The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. I did switch to live.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry you just explained that, but
Hera, you're actually right. It's totally Blade Runner.
Yes, that is indeed what it is. Baby Yoda, you see in the background there, is a little tipsy because he just finished a bottle of Johnny Walker Black, which is a reference to John Decker's character from the movie Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2042.
You said too much. Like one of the earliest cyberpunk movies. It was like defining the genre, Blade Runner. Like, come on.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
What is this?
No, it's either I show you the bottle and you know what it is, or I tell you and you know what it is.
One of the first,
honestly,
one of the most famous movies where they have laser swords.
What could that be?
See, it's funny because when
you
said,
Halo, right? The Halo movie. That's what you're talking about.
Flash Gordon.
You said one of the genre-defining cyberpunk things. My brain immediately went Ghost in the Shell.
Me too.
That was my first thought too.
Yeah. No. There's three thoughts that I have when you talk about genre-defining cyberpunk: Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner, Matrix.
Yep.
Those three movies.
Mine is Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner, and Akira.
Yes.
There's also a reference to Blade Runner in Fallout New Vegas, where you find the gun called That Gun. And that gun is going to be in this campaign now because you successfully guessed the module.
Sweet.
So John Decker's gun will be somewhere in this campaign.
Well, I guess also an Indiana Jones reference in Fallout New Vegas.
Well, I'm going to destroy Action
There
Economy.
might be some special qualities to this gun.
But the Indiana Jones reference, you only get when you pick the Wild Wasteland feed.
It's the best thing ever where you find the refrigerator
with a corpse in it. It's
the
great.
fridge.
The Indiana Jones corpse in the fridge.
Yeah.
It even has the fedora hat.
Yeah.
The best part of Wild Wasteland is take drugs, fight bear.
Yep.
If I ever get a hold of that gun, I'm going to destroy Action Economy because I'm going to fire once and then I'm going to reload. Because I love when it reloads.
But we missed. I love that gun. Like the reload sound is so freaking awesome.
It makes the Splinter Cell sonar goggle sound.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just don't shoot and then miss, and then shoot and then miss.
Also, Dalgar using a gun is kind of funny.
The idea of that. I picture what's going to happen is your character picks it up and then just goes, oh, so uncivilized, and throws it away.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say he's proficient. But unless we're fighting a four-armed bony thing, I'm probably not going to use it.
Right.
A four-armed bone devil with lightsabers.
Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate you all coming back to join us here as we head back into space for more of the Mystery of the Silver Fleet. Now, as what you may or may not remember from last time, we had a bit of an adventure with a new party member, and now we have a new member of the party amongst us here. And I haven't updated my sheet, so that's bad on me because I haven't done that. So yeah, there's a new party member. And then we went on a quest to save Dr. Tepesh's girlfriend/wife/union of some kind. You're unsure. You do notice now that you've saved Kalashtar, or at least picked her up, that they are wearing a matching ring. It is a ring made of some sort of black gold, and the crystals in the ring are actually nebula crystals, which are the rarest form of crystal in the entire verse. It is very, very difficult to find these crystals because they only grow on one planet. Chrysalis Prime is the name of this planet. It is a drifting world that drifts around one of the most dangerous nebulas in the verse. And crystal technology uses crystals harvested from this particular planet.
Cool.
The crystals are so incredibly potent that they cannot be replicated nanobotically. So despite people's best efforts, they have never been able to recreate what these crystals are using any type of replicant technology.
Replicant technology, really.
Yep.
Sorry to.
And I'm unabashedly stealing from every genre. Okay, there's no restrictions here.
Sorry to go off track, but I had a really nice chicken dinner? And is it bad that I feel jealous of the Crunch Wrap? We're not sponsored by Taco Bell, but I really, really wish I would have had a Crunch Wrap.
I had some like.
Feel jealous of my Taco Bell.
God,
I had a homemade dinner for my parents, and I'd rather.
I had some really fancy sausages, and I am jealous as hell. My parents bought like from a butcher, like a small little tiny butchery.
Not sponsored by Taco Bell, but hey, Taco Bell, live Moss. Mm-hmm.
If it makes you feel any better or worse, I don't really care because I'm just gonna keep fucking riding this Taco Bell train. I also have a chicken quesadilla and a steak quesadilla, and they smell pretty fucking great.
Man.
Bet.
I'm full and I'm hungry at the same time.
Before anyone asks, I am not actually a high right now.
Okay.
If I was, I would probably have a mountain on me, and it would be truly disgusting how much food I can eat.
You would also buy my portion of the food that we usually get and eat it all yourself.
You know what I miss from Taco Bell real quick? I miss the fucking Chihuahua.
I was a little about to say that.
The mascot?
Yeah, I missed the mascot.
Anyway, so
the one German in here is like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I've been to Taco Bell literally once in my entire life.
Where?
I thought you were gonna
in Canada.
The chicken grillers.
In Canada, exactly.
Yeah, I was about to say, do they even have one in Germany?
No.
I was about to say, I could not imagine Germany having a Taco Bell.
No. No, we don't have a Taco Bell.
Anyway, we're in the verse. Crystal stuff.
Yes. You are on the planet Martov 19, and the fog that you are in is dissipated thanks to someone's zone of atmosphere. That thanks to that, the fog is somewhat dissipated. However, the glowing eyes are getting closer, and just like they did before, they sort of appear and then vanish, and then appear somewhere else, and then vanish. But just like before, there is not a single sound. In fact, in this entire area, you don't hear any insects. You don't hear any beasts of any kind making any noise. On the way here, you did, but inside this fog, you hear nothing. Just the beat of your own heart, which is scary enough that you can hear it because it's that silent.
Perhaps we should move quickly then.
Yes.
Would it be worth making any sort of like perception or any sort of observation check?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can if you want.
Even if it doesn't do anything, I want. So.
I don't blame you.
How about a 21 for perception, just for fun?
Hey, 21 perception gets you this following bit of information, which may or may not be useful. The entire area around here has a strange smell to it, a sort of like metallic smell that the rest of the swamp definitely didn't have. And the paint that is on the side of the craft looks melted by some sort of acid that literally chewed straight through the hull of her Discovery ship. Now, her Discovery ship does not have a hull like yours. Yours has a combat class hull. This was not a combat class hull. This was like a science vessel, which is a tin can by comparison. But comparing tin cans to tanks in this particular instance of hull depth, you think your ship could probably handle acid like that if it got hit by it. But you don't think that acid came from whatever this thing is. You saw some colossal flowers on the way in. I mean, we're talking flowers that are like easily bigger than most trees you've seen. And they were kind of spraying some sort of acidic cloud into the air. You think maybe their craft flew through one of those and didn't know what it was, and that's what ate the ship apart. Your combat class hull can handle that, no problem. But that might have been what brought it down. But you notice the area around here has just tons of footprints from some sort of quadrupedal creature, but you don't hear anything walking. Like the footprints look like all over the place, but you don't see any movement to them. It looks like they literally just kind of like appeared in the mud, or like in the mud like that. Like it looks like they quite literally just like were there and then not.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Dalgar. We should keep going, but be very careful.
Yeah, Delgar at this point, like, he has out his laser sword.
I'm assuming a lot of other people are also weapons out, combat ready.
I honestly thought we were like
you were when you
waiting to roll
approached, but I
initiative.
wanted to confirm.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
It's up, ready for a fight.
All right. Everyone looks like they are ready for a fight, and you get one. Let's see. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have 2 NPCs, so 9 targets. The red dice of doom have been released from the prison.
That should come with some kind of ominous sound effect.
Right? I wish that it did.
The ominous sound effect is the sound of them clacking out of their prison.
Yes. The earth trembles as the dice of doom have been released.
Oh, I was thinking the sound cue for the mysterious stranger in Fallout. Dun, 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 dun.
Ominous opera music starts playing.
Yeah. It's exactly that. Right.
Just Dark Souls boss music starts playing.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Or the cleric beast from Bloodborne.
Yeah, I was gonna say cleric beast is the most fire track on any.
Do I hear screeching in the distance?
Quetzalli, what is your armor?
Oh god damn it! It's 15.
15.
That's
All right.
unfortunate.
I have blind sight, so if Quetzalli gets
For anyone
attacked,
not
even if I
making
don't
big
see it, I
damage.
sense it.
Well, that may or may not really matter. Teleporting directly in front of you is one could say, quite huge-sized, if you were putting a size to it, creature. This creature looks more insectoid than any type of lizard, but it has this distinctly grotesque metallic smell to it. You, Quetzalli, easily identify this as some sort of heavy metal poison, which you are unaffected by. But you're fairly certain if anyone else is standing next to you, which most of your friends are, they immediately take 10 poison damage.
Jesus.
So that would be Meriel for sure, who is within, I'm assuming, at least 5 feet of you. And probably Helix and either Dalgar or Talurra.
I think did we have a marching? We had a marching order the last time.
I don't think we established it, but I think Delgar would take
I mean,
the lead.
Meriel would if Meriel hadn't taken a particular injection that she was given. If she took that, she won't.
Oh,
I do intend to, but I don't have the info for that race yet.
Sorry, I have 2 questions. One, how is the damage dealt again? And two, what type of damage is it?
It's poison.
Okay.
And it's an area effect.
Is it airborne? Would a life suit protect against it?
It should. However, your life suit has a nice bright red light that appears once this beast teleports within range, and it says suit. Sorry, thinking the proper terminology. Suit filtration systems maximized. Danger. And then you smell a particularly awful smell that causes you to cough a bit. And that particular awful smell is a heavy metal.
This isn't a spell, right?
No, this is not a spell. This is an area effect. You can visibly see a cloud around this creature of sort of metallic glittery mist of some kind. It's not like the mist that's around you, but this definitely seems very poisonous.
Hazard protection falling.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So are we?
Hazard protection falling.
Are we going into initiative or?
We certainly are. However, there's a surprise attack on Quetzalli.
Now, how would a military grade suit protect against that?
Your military grade armored suit tells you the same error, but you don't take any damage yet.
Yeah, because this isn't an environmental thing; it's a aura effect.
It's yes,
Aura.
it's an area
Exactly,
effect.
JoJo.
Who?
Oh, sweet! I love
What's
my.
your AC,
first roll.
Quetzalli?
15.
15. So a 28 hits you then, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Maybe.
Okay.
That is like the best worst thing to do as a DM is to be like, hey, does a 31 hit?
and then
Hey,
Scotty,
does a 50 hit you?
I get to break Dylan's kneecaps every game every time he asks that for me when in his game.
I know, it's so sad.
21 hits you. It's like, no, it doesn't, Dylan. No, like genuinely, I feel so bad for Dylan. I ruined this dungeon.
You take 40 piercing damage.
Oh, 40.
And 10 acid damage.
I'm almost dead.
One punch.
Darn, the bug was hoping you were going to be dead.
The bug was
pull you into the mist
though.
and be gone.
All right. Well, after that chunk bit out of Quetzalli that looks quite painful as a shriek is heard, and you can visibly see parts of Quetzalli's skin melting, and smell the grotesque stench of acid that fills the air, along with the heavy metallic smell that is now filling your life suits. Those of you who don't have armored life suits, those of you who have armored life suits can stand next to the creature for 1 round and no more. If you're armored, you don't take the poison damage.
Question: since I don't have a normal life suit and my life suit is me, does it count as an armored life suit? Like, I can never lose this life suit because it is literally fused with my body.
You. I will count this as an armored life suit for the purposes of this effect. You can only be next to this creature for a single round, Eisen and Helix. Those of you who have armored life suits. I don't know if anyone else does.
At the same point, since I have a life suit, and this is apparently an effect I breathe in, could I basically turn to just not filtering air and just like going off of the air that I have with my suit?
That's the 1 round of free oxygen you get. That's the life suit gives you that error, and you're like, I got 1 round before I've got to get to an area that's not poisoned, or I start breathing poison.
Doesn't my zone of... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
Doesn't the zone of atmosphere expunge
it does.
all of that?
However, this is not an atmospheric effect. This is a effect created by the creature itself.
But is it not gaseous?
Not necessarily.
Okay, I apologize then. Zone of atmosphere would push out the gases.
Right, it would.
Stuff like stinking cloud it'll work on, but this isn't that.
Yeah, think of it as rather than it being a gaseous thing, it's an AoE from it rather than it's an aura.
The creature itself is actually emitting a small field of poisonous gas. It's not really a gas though; it's more like a small field of heavy metal that's floating in the air. The zone of atmosphere does blow it around, but the creature's body is constantly making it. So it's the same effect as basically it just happening.
It's a mercury chaff grenade.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay, well, I rolled my initiative. I got 6. Whopping 6.
All right.
Wow, I got 1 more than you.
Oh.
I rolled it out.
Battle of the low initiatives.
Yeah, 25 or 24, not 25.
Yeah,
I can count. I promise. That is a lie, but
okay. Helix?
18.
Eisen?
Let's see, this was 4, so 16.
Yeah. Someone's here too.
I'm just going to put them in here, and then someone else can rearrange the order.
Roger, roger.
We get everybody's initiative.
Yep, I'm getting the phase beasts here. Hang on a second. Ooh, that's fancy. All right, someone can rearrange that. So we start initiative Talurra.
All right. Sorry, I'm writing it down.
Oh, are you doing it in Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to leave too. That's why I was like, we should hurry.
We try saying it exactly once and no one listens.
There we go. So the order's down. I think I got everyone because I can read.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That is your turn.
All right. So, since I know that I cannot stay within range of this, I am going to back up a bit further, put myself a bit out of range, and cast.
Back up. Sorry.
Back it up. Cast chill touch on it.
Chill touch. All right.
Yes.
How dare you confuse me with a poorly titled spell?
Chill touch. 16, 17, 19, 20, 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. 1, 2d8. 6, 17, I think.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't really use ranged attacks that often. So it's weird for me.
That's a mood for Delgar. Ironically, with 20 decks.
Sweet. I still get to add the Warmage edge to my thing. Good. Which means I add one more d8.
If I wanted to go Mr. Evil, I would have had a Witch Bolt. But...
28 points of damage to it.
Okay.
And that's...
what damage type is that?
That is, I think, Necro? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's necrotic.
Yeah,
Chill touch.
Yeah, Chill Touch is necrotic.
28, you said?
Yes.
Chill Touch is literally the most confusing spell in the entire D&D because
it's not a touch spell.
Chill Touch, not a touch spell, not a cold spell.
Right. It used to be all those things, and it's not now.
It's like having Fireball and you shoot an Ice Lance.
It was never a cold spell, I believe.
It never did cold damage, but it was a Necromancer spell. It did like chance to paralyze or something like that.
It was a touch
spell.
But isn't it like the chill touch of the grave? So
yes, that's what it's supposed to be, basically.
It's still very
supposed to paralyze. It's still not a touch.
It's still not a touch, nor is it chill.
Right. Which doesn't make any sense, even in the original casting of the spell in 2nd edition. All right. Well, what else do you do, or is that your turn?
That's my turn. That's all I can do, because it's a cantrip, and I just back it up.
Helix, it's your turn. It's got flashing lights.
How does this creature look like?
It is very huge sized. Its lower half looks like that of a millipede, and its upper half looks like that of a praying mantis. Its face looks like a praying mantis's face, but longer this way, and its mouth opens up with what looks to be like 4 mandibles that come open, as it came open with its mouth like this and bit the mandibles into Quetzalli, and a acidic kind of saliva came out of its mouth when it bit.
Noted for Grok.
Oh god. So, looking at this creature, would I think it would need oxygen?
You would assume that it might, but you're not sure. Its anatomy is unknown to you.
I know what you're doing.
Because I have the spell Create Vacuum.
Yeah.
Which
I'm very familiar with this spell.
Which I can cast on myself. I hope all of us have a life suit on. Or something. Or can hold their breath for a long time.
I think all of us but the person we're trying to save has one on.
Yeah. Quetzalli, I think, had one, but now it's not really a life suit anymore. It's been shredded.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm compromised.
It was probably like suit ruptured.
Yeah.
Well, then Create Vacuum is no good because I would literally be... Like, the idea was Create Vacuum, push the creature out because it cannot be close to us. Because then it would just be... Well, it would be suffocating, and assuming it's an animal, it doesn't want to suffocate.
If you warn us ahead of time, we can all hold our breath, and we definitely would be able to last longer than it.
I said in the vacuum, you don't want to hold your breath.
You cannot hold your breath in vacuum, literally.
It actually kills you faster that way.
I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. You cannot hold your breath in vacuum. It doesn't work because the pressure difference between the vacuum and your lungs causes basically the air to be sucked out of your lungs. Like it's literally like getting pushed out.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So holding your breath in vacuum is really painful.
Oh, I should roll. Sorry.
Feel bad for the guy that tried.
Oh.
Okay, but since creating a vacuum is no good.
Die from your blood flash boiling.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
No, that doesn't happen because the skin.
Thankfully, it's not D&D. But
that's when
in
you're
reality, yes, that would happen.
That's a
no, in real
vacuum
life
if
it
you're
doesn't
in
happen either.
space. Right?
It doesn't happen in space either.
It doesn't. Your skin protects
it doesn't.
you from it.
Your skin has
you can survive. You can survive in a vacuum for a while.
Your personal inner pressure, like your skin, is tough enough to actually protect you from the outer pressure of space. Like your inner pressure doesn't change that much. Especially like in space, the first thing you die from is suffocation.
Yeah.
Everything else comes later, or maybe like if you get like really unlucky and you get directly hit by like a massive
degrees Celsius.
Nope, you don't freeze to death because you have nothing to give heat off to. You cannot give heat off to anything because there's nothing there to give heat off to. So you keep your heat, so you don't actually lose any heat.
What you're telling me is Shepard didn't die when they got vacuumed.
No, Shepard did die.
No, he totally did because he suffocated.
He would have, blood vessels
and
rupturing in your eyes.
And then he re-entered into the atmosphere.
Yeah, and then he fell into the atmosphere, so he definitely died.
No, they're fine.
Much like
never died.
It's only a scratch. He's
I did a lot of research.
Back together.
He's like Master Chief, right? He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
So, okay, I need to go on this fun little tangent because the reason why I know all of this and how you die in vacuum and all of that is I once played in a Mass Effect forum. I played once in a Mass Effect forum RPG, and I played a hacker who basically, like, a bunch of assassins were after her, and she turned the fire suppression system against them by, vacuum everything but the one room she was in. Like, depressurizing the entire station, basically, except for the one room she was in. So it was like, okay, what happens to these people? They suffocate. That's the answer.
Yeah, well, and also there have been records of people, not who have been in full-on space, but when they've going up to the upper atmosphere for, the Felix Baumgartner, was someone had their suit partially rupture, and their hands were absurdly swollen from it. But they were relatively fine aside from like having massive swelling in their hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good for you, like just chilling
it's definitely not good
in the
for
vacuum
you.
of space. It's like literally the most hostile environment you can be in, except for maybe lava or something like that. I don't know.
All right, so what was your turn then?
Okay, yes. Since vacuum...
he just sits down, has a cup of tea, he's like, oh, very interesting. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to hex this bitch. Targeting strength, doesn't get to do anything, and
because you're a hex girl and you're going to put a spell on you.
Yeah, and I'm going to move away from it and cast. Do the typical thing that
say the line.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
And what happens? I want to describe how the hex actually happens. Is basically like a lot of you cannot properly see this, but like on like the inside of a helmet, like a mark appears basically on her HUD on the creature, and the next thing that happens is like some of the nanoparticles, a very small amount only, actually fly towards this insect and literally infect it. And shooty bang bang time.
Is there a save for that, or is it an attack?
Nope.
It's an attack.
Eldritch Blast is
Hex is not an attack. I just cast it and it happens.
Oh yeah,
There's
Hex is
nothing
just a thing that happens. Yeah,
it's more of...
And then shooty bang bang with my Eldritch Blast, which we're like this energy like building up along the arm, and then it just shoots out of her hand effectively.
I'm probably thinking of the wrong thing because I usually am. Is there an ability score you can choose and they have disadvantage? I think that's just Berserkers.
She picks strength.
I pick strength because it's the only one that is matters in combat usually. For grappling. All the others don't matter in combat because they're just ability scores and not...
Dex actually matters because you can do...
No, it's only ability.
I haven't seen it attempt to grapple anyone, although you're sure it's capable of doing so.
It's capable of it, so strength... Or someone else might grapple it.
Con's good if you know if
I'm not going to, not that this game.
I rolled 2d10 for my 2 hit.
Jesus.
That's not good. It's not the right dice.
There you go. This is.
I mean, that together they can make a D20, though you'd be missing 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So that's what's my attack roll bonus? Sorry, I took forever for this now.
How dare.
I'm an awful person. Okay, that's a 19 to hit and a 25 to hit.
Both hits.
Nice. Now I get to use the D10. There we go.
You're a step ahead.
Ooh, that was pretty good damage roll. So that is a total with both hits.
Do you add hex?
Yep, I included hex.
Hex is a D6.
26. Yep, 26 force damage and 6 necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Did I mention that I move away from it?
Yes.
Because I do not. Okay, good.
Spacing.
As you step away from it, you lose sight of some of your friends because of the creature being so big. But other than that, it's Meriel's turn.
All right. So I have these cool dual pistols. So I'm gonna try and hit it twice.
Deal.
So the first one is...
Hey, you have an ally within 5 feet of it.
No, Blake. No, not deal. Duel.
Duel.
22 to hit for the first one.
That's a hit.
And then I'll just roll to hit for the second one right away.
Yeah, might as well. Mm-hmm.
That's going to be at disadvantage. Crap, that would have been a 20.
Ah.
Nah, it's a 10 now. So the one... but that's
does not
going
hit.
to be... Gotta do some math real quick.
Math rocks.
You know, I'm pretty sure the more I play D&D and RPGs, this is actually the math that my math teachers told me I would have to do every day because I sure as fuck don't do it in my job.
That is one of the most bullshit things you're told at school.
I don't even use that because I have a calculator.
You'll never
Yeah,
have
right.
a calculator.
We're not gonna
after
have a
it all
calculator,
done.
yeah, okay. That'll be 28 radiant damage.
Ooh, all right.
And then, Quetzalli, would you like to move farther away from the thing?
I don't know. I
Holy
can move
shit,
pretty
wait, I
fast.
don't need to move away from it.
Well, you
I
did,
can
so
push
maybe
it.
next turn you don't have to.
Don't worry,
You
I'll
could have pushed it.
Don't worry, I can push it.
I can
I'm
push it
wondering
better than
if-
you.
Well, I can pull it back.
I'm wondering if it would be worth trying to telestep with Quetzalli to a different location. If it's away from the creature.
Okay, you can. It allows you to take someone with you, so, right?
Yeah, and I believe I still have a movement for an action.
You do? Yeah, you could use your move action to just grab Quetzalli and twink.
You are...
We're standing right next to each other.
You're in pain and you need to get away, so let's get away. So I would like to use that to go 10 spaces or 10 feet back. Because I believe that is a 10-foot distance.
Okay.
So
You grab Quetzalli and bamf 10 feet backwards. As you do so, the creature goes... And you still see some of Quetzalli's blood on its face, and its black tongue comes out and kind of licks the blood off the mandibles. And the creature goes... and looks over at Quetzalli and looks back at the rest of you. All right. Do you do anything else, Meriel?
I don't have anything to heal, so I think that's the best I can do to help Quetzalli.
Okay. Eisen Artillery, it's your turn.
All right, so how far away from I am for this
You
thing?
are like all up next to it. It phased like right next to all of you.
I'm gonna use my armor to jump back out of its range, and then open up on it.
All right.
Shoot it in the face with my cannon.
Cannon to the face. Good strategy.
That will be 19 to
Right
hit.
and true.
19 hits the face.
So it's 2d10. $17 damage.
17. All right.
And I'll try to shoot between its little mandibles with my rifle.
Okay. That was radiant damage, right? All from your blaster.
Yes.
Okay.
And the thunder from the rifle.
Got it.
And that would be another 19 to hit.
That hits.
Uh, 9 damage.
9 damage. All right.
And so
it looks irritated and
good.
kind of angry that you've hit it in the face.
I mean, I'd be irritated too. Someone hit me in the face. That's why I'm hitting it in the face.
Uh-huh. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes. So I'm out of the area, correct?
All right. Not for long, because it chooses to phase directly in front of you and bite you. Because you hit it in the face, and it doesn't like that.
Well, fuck it then.
Unfortunately, I'm rolling really good tonight. Does a 27 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. You take 40 piercing damage and 10 acid.
Are any of these legendary abilities?
Nope, not yet.
I thought some of this was poison damage.
No, the poison damage is what standing next to it is, and your suit's protecting you from that for now.
As Dalgar's reaction, his hand moves out, and as it goes to bite you, it still hits you, but it gets off slightly, and I use my psionic protection field to reduce some of that damage. It's not going to be much, but it's something.
It'll help.
Oh, it's going to be much. I rolled max, so you
Nice.
minus 12 from that damage.
That's not too bad.
So what's the total?
Instead of 50, you're looking at 38.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then for the rest of its move, it phases over directly in front of Dalgar. Dalgar, you
Good.
take 10 poison damage.
All right. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
And that's its turn. For now. Oh, I gotta roll something. Hang on. Okay. As it bit into Eisen, it goes... Doesn't look like it liked the taste of Eisen.
I wonder why.
Maybe because he's wrapped in metal.
I'm high in iron.
It's a very high iron content. He's not a fan of that.
He tried to bite the chocolate egg with the foil still on it.
The foil didn't taste good. All right. That was its turn. So next we have Quetzalli. You're fairly certain that the creature thinks you're tasty. You're not sure if that's a good thing.
I don't think that's a good thing at all. Well, we're 10 feet back now, thanks to Meriel. So, let's see. I think. It seems distracted by other people right now.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna fucking die. So, I think I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
No one's going to blame me for
Sounds
that.
like a plan.
Definitely do that.
That's a great idea.
And you only got one tap, so...
Protect the white mage.
Oh.
I half expected you to say, so I'm just gonna go.
I'm just going to sit down.
So
I'm not
guys.
sure. I'm not sure where the ship is, to be fair.
I'm just going to sit. Take a breather. I've done that in combat. Came back at 1 HP after death saves, and I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here.
I'll be right here.
Well, I didn't get everything, but I got almost every. I was like one off of max healing.
Damn.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Holy shit!
So yeah, basically like Meriel teleports her back, and Quetzalli just like slaps herself in the chest and heals herself.
Most of the damage? Did you heal most of it? Wow.
No, I mean,
Oh,
no. I got almost like max on the healing spell, but I'm still very, very injured.
Running out doing CPR on yourself.
Basically.
Breathe, damn you, breathe.
Hey, Meriel, does your armor have like nooks and crannies in it?
What do you mean? What do you need it to do?
Does it have nooks and crannies? Does it have like little angles?
Now it's not the time to flirt.
It's rogue armor, so
she's my sister.
It's rogue armor, so probably not.
Oh, okay. Do you have like a bag?
I mean, you just want to hide in,
I have a burglar's pack.
You got a burglar's pack? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the feat I picked up because I'm a moron and only take feats and not fucking ability score improvements, and I'm turning into a fucking snake and going in that bag.
Here you go.
I like to think you just say that out loud and then just
You as you turn into a snake, you feel a golden hand tap you when your turn is over, and a particular angsty character that also follows you into the fog goes, "Can't have you dying, can we?" And touches you with the golden arm that he has, and you heal 13 hit points.
I'm generous.
You were here.
As you say generous, as you say generous, Lacapion cringes slightly.
Thank you.
All right.
I think more.
Don't you just say hiss?
I'm
you could be a snack and have tiny hands and claws.
No, that's the other game blade.
Step on snack.
No step on snack.
No step on snack. Zora, it is your turn.
Noodle.
It's a dangerous noodle.
Zora, do something.
Honestly, Quetzalli doesn't seem like that dangerous of a noodle.
Not right now. I got fucking wasted in the fucking. I got wasted before the fight actually started.
I got wasted before I even take a drink of alcohol.
God damn. Fucking built this character to be a goddamn street fighter, and I'm out here getting wasted like Yamcha. God fucking hell.
You get Yamcha.
It didn't leave a.
Would that make your theme music the Grand Theft Auto wasted sound?
Yeah.
Call me Dan Hibiki. God damn.
Okay. Zora?
Has this thing attacked every single person that's attacked it in turn?
It hasn't attacked
it
me,
looks like it's definitely followed that sequence to some degree, being that, the only person who didn't fit that is Quetzalli, who didn't do anything and just got bit.
She probably attacked it some other time.
I didn't get attacked.
Yeah, Helix didn't get attacked.
I took damage, but I technically wasn't attacked. I'm about to be, though.
Right. In that case, since I'm effectively the center of the zone of atmosphere, I don't want anybody to be cut off. I'm going to hold my ground, but I'm going to bonus action Elemental Earth.
Okay.
So +2 AC to me, as if that's going to help. I will, however, pull a Vegeta move. Palm of my hand, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
You can call it Big Bang Attack. We're not worried about copyright here.
Well,
do it.
Yeah,
do it. You can join.
Referring to them as laser swords.
Since Stalgar's right next to it, he's just like, what?
Yeah, we'll say laser swords because I'm not angering Disney, but everything else is fair game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be funny to anger Disney.
Well, to be fair, you say the word lightsaber and Bob Iger shows up on your doorstep with a shotgun. So.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a laser sword.
So does it?
So in the next 30 seconds, we'll hear a knock at Alt's door.
Yeah, probably.
FBI, open up. Sorry, Zora.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Wonderful. That is 4d8.
It's not the FBI that comes, it's the mouse BI.
Here I was worried this thing had too high an armor class. Now I'm glad I doubled its hit points.
I'm gonna say fire damage. So it's literally a fireball.
Bang, bang.
What a surprise.
Going Remstein, I like it.
Heck yeah.
24 fire damage.
All right.
I mean, it's a steel bug type, so it should be like 4 times as effective.
Yeah.
And is
I'm not gonna lie, that was my train of thought.
It's just Scolipede.
Is that your turn?
I have my reaction and my movement, but I'm not going to use my movement, so yes.
Okay. It chooses to use a legendary action before Dalgar's turn.
No, it doesn't.
And uses one of its legendary attacks.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Iron
it
Hero
doesn't.
feat. My reaction nullifies its legendary reaction.
All right.
Wait, what?
What's your reaction then?
No, that is the reaction. The reaction literally stops the legendary
Oh.
action.
Yeah,
once.
my reaction stops their legendary action from going.
Oh.
Is that a
Okay.
channeler thing?
No, that's
No, it's an
that's
Iron
a feat.
Hero feat.
Yeah, it's the Iron Hero feat from
I'll
Dark
get the
Matter.
wording.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
As the creature
So-
looks like it's about to phase, Zora kind of like throws a hand up real quick, and the creature sort of just blinks in the same place. And the creature seems very frustrated that this happened.
Yeah, if a hostile
Skullpedia-
creature you can see takes a legendary action, you can use your reaction to intercede, preventing the legendary action from happening.
It's
Can't
just
use
it's
it
just
again
Zora
for
basically.
rest.
No, stay.
Yeah.
Bad boy.
Hey, the Scullipede's like, haha, I'll phase. And Zora's like, you've activated my trap card.
Pretty
You
much.
fool!
So it looks very frustrated, and now it's Dalgar's turn.
I'm in danger.
I'm in
bad-
danger.
The batteries in these things do not last. I was just going to try to turn it on, but the battery's dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
Not like a real one. But anyway,
definitely not.
yeah, I'm going to say a line fighter. I swing my sword. Twice.
I beat it. Beat it with my beaten stick.
I think I missed on the first one. Let me look here. Well, okay. 11 on the first one.
That's a miss. That's a thunk. It's off its armored skin.
12 on the second one.
12 on the second one's a miss. Thunk.
Out of spite of my shitty rolls, I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
And I roll another nat 2.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ!
And 22 to hit. Oh my fucking god.
Hey, there we go.
Thunk,
Oh my
thunk,
God.
thunk, step.
I thought those things were supposed to pierce through anything.
you're just psyching it out the first few times.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't be off guard for the third attack.
14 radiant.
Okay.
And 9 force damage from that strike.
So it was wom. Ching.
No, I did the Obi-Wan Anakin thing where they just fucking twirled around, don't do shit.
Brave dance.
For the aesthetic.
Suddenly your robe falls to shreds.
And then as a bonus action, with my offhand, I do that, and it needs a strength save, and it has disadvantage because it's
Okay.
hexed.
All right.
Where's that?
It chooses to legendary save.
Of course it does. Okay, so it does not
my
move
God.
then. Because I was trying to psychic shove it, so. Oh well.
All right. You attempt to psychic shove it, and the creature kind of like shakes it off. All right. At the end of Dalgar's turn, it chooses to use another legendary action.
No, it doesn't.
Do you have
Do
that
we
too?
have 2 Iron Heroes?
Yep.
We need one more. We can just completely massacre any legendary
Okay.
Eisen
creature.
also chooses to hold up a hand and prevent it from phasing.
Does
The
that
creature
does that
looks
count
very
against?
pissed off.
Does that count against the creature's times it can use it? So like if it gets negated 3 times, does it mean it's just done till it's its turn? Or does that just mean
I'd assume it would eat it.
Otherwise, it would be pretty meh because then you can only like delay it 1 round,
Right.
and it doesn't do that much
I
really.
mean, pretty much they're using their action, but Iron Hero stops it from going off.
Right.
Okay,
So
okay,
you
good.
can
It is eating it.
technically, yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically eating it. And when the creature's turn happens again, it gets those back.
And-
So
but-
Talurra, it's your turn.
so do the
Right.
players? So works out.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Iron Hero is a long rest in between.
Yeah.
Ah,
Shit.
Well,
But we prevented most of the damage
Short rest.
Hopefully it
Everyone
won't.
take Iron Hero
Oh,
next.
I'm sorry.
We just need to
yes.
stall long
ruin
enough for it to matter.
Every baby cheese day.
Yeah.
Well,
One
you know
more
what?
person take it, and then everyone cheese it.
I take my legendary. No, you don't.
It's just Nope the
No, you
musical.
don't.
No, yeah,
It's basically just the physical copy of Counterspell.
yeah.
Pretty much.
And then we need 3 people to have counter spells, so no one can cast spells or use legendary actions.
I mean, that's what happened in Tranquil Seeing.
Yeah, pretty much.
They had one bad guy that had counterspell, and then everyone's like, "We're taking fucking counterspell. Fuck this."
Everyone had counterspell at that point. All of us were like, "Forget you. This is never happening again."
Good time.
Anyway,
All
to
right.
it.
Yep, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll get into melee now with it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use a. The question is, do I think this thing is resistant to to acid damage or not?
Most likely.
All
You
right.
don't know. I mean, it's biting people and melting them with some sort of acidic bite. You don't know if that would
Yeah.
mean it's immune to acid or not. It might not
Yep,
be a.
I'll use. Do it. I'm gonna play the
Assumption?
safe. I'm gonna play the safe route and just go Arc Blade.
All right.
All right, that'll be a. 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
Does that beat its AC by 5 or more?
No.
Damn. All right.
Damn.
That could have done some bursts of damage, but oh well. So it will take.
You all with your Star Wars quotes in chat.
The background.
This is the second time we've done that.
Yes. We did the exact same thing last time.
What did Talurra get?
What'd you say, damage wise?
I'm just mathing right now.
Okay. I have my chat scrolled up to the initiative, and it was like 25 new chats. I'm like, oh dear God! I was like, I have to scroll down now. What's going on?
So it'll take 24 points of electricity damage.
All right. Anything else?
And that's my turn.
All right, Helix.
Now I need to rewatch episode 3. Thank you.
The meme trilogy.
That'd be so nice if I got a special thing for having higher elevation than a target.
That would be funny.
That would be
Oh, that'd be
hilarious.
so good. I should have won Cavalier
Keep your
then.
eyes onto the terrain, and you may be able to do it.
I should have won
I will
Cavalier.
happily allow people to use terrain against.
Ow.
Cavalier actually gets that. They have advantage on attacks when they're on a mount. Thus, they have the high ground.
Oh, Wait, whose turn is it?
Cavalier.
It's yours, Helix.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Helix opens up her arm again and shoots another bolt, but this time I'm doing it as a bonus action because I use a sorcery point to quicken the spell. Because that's fun.
Fancy.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have sorcery points. I should use them.
Right.
Yeah.
What are they for?
Especially right now.
That's what I'm doing with my
Yeah.
psionic points. I'm like, I'm
There's
using
no
them.
everything.
reason to hold anything back, right? Okay, so that's
Right.
a 24 and a 22.
That's both a hit.
Yep. Okay, so here we go with... is it resistance to necrotic or force? Because then I can just add all of that up.
It doesn't appear to be.
Okay, good. So we have... that's 27 damage from that.
All right.
And then as she basically shoots out the two like projectiles with her one hand, she runs up to it and her other fist charges up with purple energy and she punches it.
You said that first damage was 22, right?
27
27, sorry.
total.
What was the second one?
That was 27 total.
Oh, it's total.
From both.
Okay,
I
from your two
added
attacks. You
everything up,
blast
yeah.
and then ran up and smacked it. Okay.
No, that's for the
No.
double
The
blast.
smack. That was just the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Now comes the smack as I cast a spell called Heartlight Gauntlet, but in her case, it's more like, I don't know, Void Gauntlet or whatever.
Symbiote Gauntlet.
Symbiote Gauntlet. So it's a 3rd level spell that lets me do 3 attacks.
Okay. Oh, it like gives you an extra attack kind of thing.
It gives me, like, it's a spell, and then when I cast it against a
make 3
creature in
attacks.
melee range, I make 3 spell attacks, and each time it deals more damage that it hits. So the first is 1d12, 2d12, 3d12.
Okay. You have to make 3 more attack rolls.
Yeah, exactly.
I should
So
really
the
get
first
that
one,
spell because I think that's in my spell list.
it's a 3rd level spell.
Ah, then I can't get it.
So the first one is a 16.
16 misses.
Sorry, that was the one on the roll. 20. 23. There we go.
I'm just gonna double the
23.
enemy's armor
did.
next time instead of doubling its hit points.
Honestly,
yeah,
actually, that I find doubling its armor actually works a lot better. You know, doubling it actually makes it is if you want to make it significant, adding 1 or 2 armor.
If you
class to it,
double
yeah.
the armor, I was about to say, if you double the armor, everyone only hits on a net 20.
right. Then it might live longer.
Which I don't think any of us have done yet.
No,
No,
yeah, definitely
no.
not this combat. There was
And
one
so
in this
I-
campaign where I think we had four net 20s.
Yes,
in
and
one
all
combat.
3 of the 4 of them were from Hera.
Yeah.
16 damage on the first one.
All right.
Second attack. That's
We haven't had any crits yet tonight, right?
17.
Not on this one. 17.
What if I
just
didn't have
hits.
disadvantage?
Yeah.
Fun fact: if you didn't have Zone of Atmosphere, you would all roll all of your attacks at disadvantage.
Oof.
Thank you, Zora.
Thank you, Zora.
This was a bad damage roll, so I'm going to use another sorcery point to reroll damage dice.
This reminds me of the one mission
Dang.
in Witcher 2 where the mage lady keeps up like a field that protects you from the elves or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also reminds me of Mass Effect, where the one mage lady keeps an area that keeps you from dying.
That's 23 damage on the second,
Okay.
as she drives her fist deeper into the creature.
Right.
And the last one,
You nat 20.
no,
Oh, no, you
19.
not. Oh, okay.
Net
19.
19, net 19.
All right.
So
That hits.
it's a 26. It's like
26.
that would have been amazing, but nope.
All right.
And, ooh, that is 1 moment. I need to do math. Quick math here.
Quick maths.
40 damage on that one.
Okay.
I can also do 40 damage, you bitch. As you pulls out the fist, and I imagine a bunch of like whatever is inside of this creature comes with it.
Purple goo. Also, it chooses to use a legendary action now that your turn's over. It phases behind you and makes an attack.
Nothing personal, kid.
Fantastic.
Quick, someone else with Iron Hero. Come on.
I think we all out of Iron Heroes.
29 to hit.
Who does it teleport to?
29
Hold on, wait. It teleports to Helix, right? Am I
Yeah,
still in
behind
range
Helix.
with it?
Where were you standing?
I punched it in the head.
No, because it phased to where it would attack Helix.
Also, it's a
Helix
teleport.
also went into ranged, didn't it?
It's got
Yeah,
a
no,
10-foot reach.
No. Listen, so I'm no longer in range, right? Is that what
Right.
you're saying?
Mhm.
Okay. I have Sentinel. That's why I'm saying it.
But it's a teleport.
But if
Yeah.
it makes an attack
Oh, if it
in
makes
my
an attack.
reach, then I get it. I can make an attack.
I see,
But I
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Actually,
Also, my
Right.
my range is only 5 feet on my attack, not 10 feet.
Yeah, no, it chooses to teleport and it uses its reach when it teleport attacks.
Ah, okay, yeah, it has more range.
I
Right.
also have Sentinel. Is it within reach of me when it makes this attack?
Um,
Center of the bubble at the moment.
Let me try to think of this entire
huge.
combat that's
It's
in my
huge size. How big's this? Zone of atmosphere? It's a 20-foot radius,
head.
right?
30,
30-foot radius.
There's
I mean,
60-foot rounds.
Zora, you said that you didn't move, right?
I stayed in the center of the bubble because effectively covering everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You could choose. I guess it's not. It's attacking in range of you. So at this point, you could choose the Sentinel because where it phased, you could melee it.
I don't think you can make I would actually, because you used your reaction for the Iron Hero thing.
No,
You're
it's.
right.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
right.
Yeah.
So would I be able to make a
Alright.
melee attack with it?
It left your space to make
Well,
the attack.
It's
so-
less that it doesn't have to leave my space. It just has to make an attack within my range. That's
Oh,
not after
yeah.
me.
It's not melee anyway. It's like 15
Yeah.
feet from you at this point.
Okay.
I don't think you have Gumby hands, so you're not gonna be able to stretch punch it.
Not
from
yet.
there. So does a 29 hit you here?
Yes, a 29 does hit me. I do not
Okay.
have shield.
You take 40 piercing and 10 acid.
How close is Helix to me? Is it within 30 feet? Is pretty much what I'm asking.
Yeah, within 30 feet. Mhm.
So 50 total, right?
Yeah, 50 total.
-7. I used another side point as my reaction since I got my reaction back.
And at the end of its legendary action, it phases over behind Dalgar, where it was before. So now it's effectively only in melee range with Dalgar, where it's currently standing. And that was the end of its legendary action. It phased, bit, phased. And that was Helix's turn. So, Meriel.
I mean, he can be within melee of Dalgar just fine. I have guns. So
All of us are technically within melee range if it can move like that in a legendary action.
Right. Right.
with the right attitude. Hey, my first hit's a nat 20.
Hey!
Roll
there we go.
D100.
Finally.
Hey, Dalgar, just try not to deflect the blasters that are coming towards you this time around because they're in your benefit.
Ha ha. Very funny.
Do I roll the D100 or do you?
You do. You crit.
I do.
You want a high number.
95.
You got a high number. This attack, is it a spell or with a magic weapon?
It is with my bladed swarm pistols. I don't think they're magical.
Nope. Then nothing extra happens, but it's still a crit.
Aw.
Okay, how do we do crits again? Is it max damage?
It's double the damage dice.
Double.
Double damage, okay.
The fun way to do it.
Okay.
A crit on my final one would have been amazing because that would have been 60, 12, and then 2d6.
And let's just say my second attack doesn't hit because I rolled a 13. So,
Yeah, it doesn't.
You made up for it with the crit.
so I can just roll my damage and then double it.
Yep.
I mean, it's better.
Also, roll your sneak attack. It does have an ally within melee.
Oh, yeah. Hey, your sneak attack dice doubles.
Yeah,
because
it
you
does.
crit. Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
hard part about rogue.
This might be
oh,
a
I
bit.
crit. Oh, let me get out all my dice.
This might
That's
be
the
a
When
best
you
part.
when you crit as a rogue, you feel a little bit like playing
god.
Shadowrun.
Yeah, or you feel a bit like you're playing Warhammer with a Tyranids army.
or
Let
a,
me
or a
get just
3.5
So
wizard.
many
Bucket.
D6s.
Or a 3.5 wizard.
Okay, so I rolled 26 damage, and then I'm bad at math. I think that's gonna end up being 52 if I double it. Okay.
Nice.
Is that before or after the
Nice.
modifiers? Like your dexterity mod.
Oh, I didn't even add that.
Okay, so that number that you just doubled, add your dexterity modifier on top of it, and that's all your damage.
55.
Yes.
Wow.
I just remembered I needed to roll
Well-placed
concentration.
blast right into the hole that Helix punched into it, and this thing is shrieking. It does not look very happy. It looks
Good.
quite teed off. And it doesn't have any more legendary actions to phase fighter. You think it would definitely have done that right now. Eisen,
Huh.
artillery, it's your turn. Well, Meryl, did you want to move or anything? Or are you good there?
I don't know if being jumpy is helpful or not. So
Might
I
be
think-
helpful for
hold
your
on.
scared snake. In your
it would be
inventory.
helpful for my scared snack.
Who dropped all of her stuff on the ground?
Oh shit, she did.
The chat, it doesn't
Yeah,
look
when you
like there's.
shapeshift, it doesn't go with you.
Yeah,
It just
it
goes
doesn't.
flump.
So when you
According
turn back,
to
you're
the
gonna
chat,
be
it doesn't
naked.
look like we're looking for anything too important from that dropped loot. So I think if I at least step 10 feet away, we can retrieve it later.
I mean,
Okay.
my suit's fucked anyway, so no big loss there.
True.
I mean, the life suit is for sure.
I'll do another solo step then.
Okay. All right. Now it's your turn, Eisen Artillery.
So how bad is this thing looking?
You would think out of its total hit points, it looks quite in the bloodied category compared to its phenomenal total hit points that it had at the beginning.
All right, then to hell with this. Then I'm going to plant my feet firmly and dig in as I launch a barrage at this thing.
All right.
Are you gonna action surge and do double
Oh.
barrage?
Yes.
Ah, you're gonna Vegeta. Got it.
Yeah. Just a swarm of.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that is a hit.
But unlike Vegeta, this will actually work.
True. Poor Vegeta.
Poor Vegeta.
That's
Every
Plus
other
all the
villain was
combo.
way cooler than him.
Yeah.
So
He was
that's
better as a hero than a villain.
Mhm.
24 on the first attack.
All right.
So I let loose like another barrage from the cannon. 18.
Damage?
No, 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. So that's not a 9.
I'm just imagining anti-air missile silos on your back.
19
Here's
damage.
Blastoise.
19 damage? Okay.
All right, action surge.
Oh my god. I thought that was with action surge. Holy shit.
Scotty, it's never over. You know how long it takes for a fighter to do an action surge full attack, because I've done it to you before.
Yeah, me too, and I only hit once.
With a
Sucked.
wrestler.
24 to hit.
That's a hit.
That was legendary, though. I will never forget the 6 suplexes to a lich.
Evan suplexes to a lich.
17 damage.
Okay.
And finally. Oh!
Nat 20?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Is that the final hit, too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Perfect.
Let's see. That will be. So that's 20. So. $38 damage. And do I need to do 100?
Mm-hmm.
You can if you want to, but at this point, it's an object.
Uh,
How do you
It
end it?
might change how the object explodes.
How do you end it?
81.
Hey, guess what? The object can't take opportunity attacks till the end of Eisen's next
Oh
turn.
no.
You just unleash the barrage and end it, or do you do anything special?
One of them is like a shockwave boom. That's why I was like, you might have like a fun explosion.
I could, fire all of them. They form together into a final flash attack.
All right. Just a big, huge blast. Okay. The huge blast ends the creature's life as a giant gaping hole is blasted clean through it.
Somehow
Where the hole that Helix started is now a hole that goes all the way to the other side of this armored creature's body. And the just sort of like hissing sound that the creature makes is almost deafening. And the creature falls over. Dalgar, you are right next to it. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, fun.
There.
I do 20 backflips. Because I'm Goku. 17.
All right. You definitely move out of the way from the creature toppling on top of you, which is a good thing because when it lands, a giant pool of acid pours out of its body and makes a melty hole in the ground and a horrific stink.
Beautiful.
The cloud of poison that's around it slowly seems to dissipate, and all of the fog in the huge area around you instantly goes away.
I don't care. While we're still in the zone of atmosphere, Are we still in initiative or nah?
No.
I
It's definitely
psionically
hit.
shove that thing 15 feet away. And I go,
All right. Similar to
Let's go.
ragdoll physics in video games, you just kind of go like this, and it's like Fusro dying a corpse in Skyrim. It just tumbles and flies through the air and,
It's just
and
ragdolls.
rapidly ragdolls all over. As it does, it kind of splatters acid all over the place, leaving a trail of melted ground behind it.
Akuli collides with a tree, and then there's like a weird collision.
Right.
Where it
clips
like
through some
clips through the
branches.
tree.
Freaks the shit out.
you step
So
on
what
You're
one.
stuck there in this repetitive, like,
You step on one rib cage and you
voices
take
heard as
damage,
it's
and the
like
rib cage
derping
goes
through the
flying.
ground. Yeah. Right.
Anyone got some ice? Because I think my shoulder cannon's red hot right now.
It is at this point because you ended it good. It had 40 hit points left after that when you started that damage barrage. By the way, that was of its 400 total hit points.
Jesus.
It had 17 armor class. It had a field of poison to anyone that was within 10 feet of it. But that didn't happen as much as it normally would have. I should have probably played that up just a bit more. It would have been a bit more dangerous, but most of you had life suits that were armored, so it was irrelevant to a lot of points. Meriel, I think you have one of the diving suit armor ones, don't you? Because it's an armor you can use. The
I
light
believe
suit.
so, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure yours is. So you were the only one that were constantly just like right next to it most of that combat. And you weren't there the whole time because it kept leaving. So
And as a dwarf, I'm resistant to poison anyways.
right.
And I made sure the only turn that I started near it was the last turn of its life.
Right. And
I
this
also
creature,
this thing could have probably like two-shot literally everyone.
yeah. It was CR11 and it was based off of, but not a Rimmerhas.
I had a feeling.
So it was based off of one, but it was not a Rimmerhas.
Thank
Because
goodness.
Rimmerhas does fire damage and is definitely not as dangerous as this.
Arnold Rimmer has
Do you remember? Do you remember the
Fantastic
campaign I ran when you guys were in the Spire of the World and you turned one of those into a bunny rabbit and chucked it off the mountain? Good times.
Yep, I do. That was fun.
And the scary part was it wasn't dead.
Polymorph is everyone's best friend.
That thing's dying.
It's someone else's problem now. My favorite use of polymorph is stuffing a giant creature into a very small hole and just letting it go.
Kalashtar kind of grabs onto her like busted ribs and stuff and kind of like hobbles over to the group of you and goes, well, that's the end of that. She walks over with a container she picked up from inside the ship and takes a chunk of the creature's like corpse and puts it into the container.
Well, we should probably go before another one of those shows up.
As far as I know, that's the only one of its kind.
Oh.
Better
It was
be.
infected with the Xenoplague. We
Oh,
should
what's
get the rest
that?
of you scanned to make sure none of you are infected by it too.
What's the Xenoplague?
You don't want
Sounds like the
Sounds like
the plot
heresy.
device of some like bad alien movie.
Well,
It sounds
it is
like
a
something
poorly
you'd-
named virus, but I didn't name it. She says as she hobbles towards the ship.
So how does this thing taste when it's cooked?
No,
Imagine not well.
Yes. No.
no.
Maps with newspaper.
Pulls out
Have you
dwarf
eaten
repellent juice.
Have you
and
eaten
you're-
any giant mantis?
Actually, yes.
It's more like an acidic version of that.
Ooh, spicy flavors.
Okay, but we're done
It's
here
like
on the planet,
Sprite.
right?
It's
Because then I got
spicy.
the ship ready to like take off immediate.
Let's go, yeah.
Yeah, everyone begins leaving as this creature has died. You notice in the distance, now that the fog has dissipated, this entire world, while filled with a beautiful selection of brightly colored willow trees, also has a very, one would say colossal, if such a size could exist, a series of yellow flowers. And these yellow flowers seem to occasionally kind of and release a cloud of acid into the atmosphere.
Oh, hey, it's Katachan.
Cloud of acid sort of rains down into the area around it, and it doesn't seem to have an effect on some of the local fauna or flora, but you think it's probably what ended Shkalasta's ship.
I'm very happy my mask prevents my allergies from happening.
Yeah, right.
You're allergic to pollen. This kind of pollen is much deadlier than your average pollen.
Is Quetzalli all right?
I-
Wait, where
are,
did she?
are
Where
you
did she
from
go?
the south?
The south.
I believe.
Oh,
Are any of you from the south?
The south quadrant? No, not quite.
The pollen down here is a lot worse than that stuff. Trust me.
yes, it is terrible.
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't
out-
live in the south, but I've lived in the south.
Oh, out of character.
Also,
sorry.
now that the creature is dead, Helix, like faceplate on her life suit, like clears up again. You can see her face again. She looks around. It's like, where's the snake?
Yeah.
Oh,
She
I got
melts.
her. I've got something in my bag.
And just imagine like Quetzalli like poking out of the bag.
But Capian holds up a sack and goes, "I have the rest of her stuff. She might want that."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Quetzalli just pokes her head out of Meriel's burglar kit and just goes back in.
Sneaky tongue wiggle.
On our way back to the ship, if I see anything that's equivalent to a space rat, I use my telepathic abilities to grab it, and I put it in the thing for her to eat.
Aw.
You do see a couple field mice hopping around in the swamp.
Little bunny foo foo.
You get back to the drill diver and you notice the paint on the outside of the drill diver looks a little worse for wear, as on your re-entry dive you might have passed through a few pollen clouds from the flowers, and it's damaged the paint a little. You think that perhaps this same acid is what annihilated the other ship's hull. Your hull looks relatively unfazed. Thankfully, you have a war-class hull and not a scout ship.
Yeah.
You're thankful for whoever made this drill diver, for having made it out of such
We can
strong
repaint
glass
it.
steel.
Exactly.
Helix just donks on the outer hull and is like, good girl, good girl.
And as you all get aboard the ship, you are quite glad to be out of the stinky, fetid swamp. All of your boots up to your knees are pretty much filled with mud and scum and gross, oozy crap. If any of you were brave enough to have worn any level of shorts, you definitely have to worry about leeches. But those of you who all had full clothing on and didn't have like sandals or some weird kind of shoe like that are protected from the grossness of the swamp.
If anyone has leeches, I'm using Mage Hand to pull them off. Just put them into like a jar or something.
Okay. As you all get aboard the ship, you're all thankful to be off of this gross planet. It is quite stinky, quite awful, and it was dangerous to get here because this solar system is freaking wacky.
As Helix actually goes aboard the ship, like she's the first in, it's like, before anyone goes into any of the caverns or anything, decontaminate everyone. Her suit sort of like self-decontaminates.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
see the
you
mud
did
and
mention
any-
about this xenoplague or something. Is there any way we could get tested for that? Or what are the symptoms?
Wow. The only person I know of who could test you to see if you have it or not would be Dr. Tepish. My dear wife would be the only person I know who would know how to scan for it.
Well, there you
Not too
go.
many people survive an infection from the xenoplague. If anyone could find a cure, it would be her.
Well, let's just
Hold
hope we
on.
don't have it then.
Wait, can I ask my symbiote if it notices any like things that are in
Abnormalities?
my body that they shouldn't be there?
It's like, crunchy.
Do you? Do you ask your symbiote that?
Yes, I do. No, I do ask my symbiote if it can detect any of that.
Trademarks on pictures.
I am not going to spell this word right. You know what? I'm just going to hope you know what I'm saying. I think I typed those words right. Don't ask me. English is my second language. I don't have a primary.
All right. Can you specify that? I didn't just like swallow a bug, right? Oh, God damn it. Okay, probably anyone who got bitten is infected. I'm sorry. I just asked my friend.
Oh, well, I'm safe then.
Quetzalli at some point comes out of the sack and like motions for Meriel to grab like a tarp or something for her, like a blanket.
Lothathion hands
during the
Meriel
little
the sack
snake.
of Quetzalli's stuff.
Well, because when she transforms, her suit's not on her, so she just wraps herself in like this tarp, and she's just like, "Thanks to whoever put that rat in there, but I'm not an animal," and then eats the rat anyway.
Oh, I thought you would take it as a pet now.
At
Now
this
very
point,
sad.
at this point, Delgar has gone back to meditating and has lit and started lighting incense, and he goes, "You're welcome."
Oh, okay. Also, what's this about him being infected by a plague?
Hey, can you purify it? Get it out of our system or something like that? Like you're in there.
You seem to do have healing capabilities.
To an extent.
I feel like if anyone was going to have any sort of like purification thing for that, it would be Quetzalli at higher levels. Because monks
Oh shit.
aren't monks eventually immune to disease?
Yeah, but that's not
Yes.
healing disease.
And also, I'm not a monk.
All right, whatever. Let's get to orbit first. And Helix goes into the cockpit and locks the cockpit behind her. As she does the check and is like, "What do you mean it's talking to us?"
Excuse me.
All right. I was going to type this, but it's just more fun to say it. All right. This is the dialogue that's going on in your head as you're in the cockpit. What do you mean it's talking to us? I mean, we hear it. We hear its voice, like you hear us.
But what is it saying?
It does not make much sense to us. Do you wish to talk to it? We
Fuck
can
it,
bridge
yes.
the gap. Give us a minute.
Just love the idea. Fuck it. I'm annoyed.
Please hold. Please hold. We connect you
you
to the
feel a
deadly virus in
strange-
your system now.
You feel a strange tingling sensation in your blood. And it's not a sensation you've felt before. And then you hear, "Good morning. How are you doing here all in Bacteria Land? There's lots of things in here I've never seen before. What's all this do?
Are you
Swear to
fucking
God,
Looks
serious?
important.
Who or what are you?
I'm the Xenoplague."
Okay, but what are you doing in my system? Listen, I already have one passenger, and that's enough to deal with right now. So could you just
Oh,
leave?
I'm aware there's more than one thing here. Leave. The only way I'm leaving is if we infect someone else.
I'll say it out
How
loud.
aware are you of like where we
Go.
are and everything?
I'm expecting this to burst out of Helix's chest and just be like, "Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby."
What were you going to say, Zora?
I was just going to say, I put it in comments, but I have to say this out loud. If this is a fucking Osmosis Jones joke, I'm going to be pissed.
It's not. It's not. This
Yes.
is a reference to something else. I've stolen this for something else as well. Those of you who've watched a lot of British comedies might catch where I stole this virus's voice from.
Oh shit! I know it is now.
Anyway,
Why does it have to be a talking virus? Why can't it just be, I don't know,
Well, normally it
a
can't.
normal fucking plague?
normally I don't get to have conversations.
Oh god.
Are you ready?
As it says that, you hear your symbiote chime in. We are done listening to it talk.
Yeah, because if it talks any longer, I'm literally gonna blow my brains out.
I mean, that's one way to get rid of the virus.
We sense your stress. We will do what we can to try to stop it. We recommend medical assistance.
No shit.
Sorry, I'm loving the back and forth.
Okay, just keep monitoring it, and
Can't do.
I don't know.
We're hungry.
Hungry?
We need meat.
Oh yeah, we haven't eaten in a while. Let me see if we can get some ice cream or something.
I need some meat. Okay, let's get ice cream.
We like ice
Steak flavored.
Protein in it.
You can't have no
Protein in
pudding
it.
till you finish your meat.
I mean, the symbiote just like as I see it just needs energy. And
Yeah, right.
Hey, You behind the crankshed, stand still, laddie. I'll shut up now.
All right,
And-
you take off into space.
Yeah. And also, like, when she's had this conversation, she opens up the lock on the cockpit again, and it's like, all right, everyone, I'm infected with something, and it fucking talks to me. I already have one passenger. Like, and I like that passenger. I have no problem with them, whatever. But this other one is really weird. It's freaking me the fuck out, and I really don't appreciate viruses or plagues or whatever talking to me usually. So we have to get rid of it somehow. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free. Maybe, I don't know.
Dr. Tepesh.
Maybe
probably.
my symbiote can even like scan each of you and check each of you, so we can like separate, so it doesn't spread, at least among us. Like, Quetzalli is probably infected. I'm infected.
Yeah,
Who else got bitten?
I was gonna say the minute you say you're infected, Quetzalli just raises a finger.
I'm gonna guess I'm probably infected.
Yeah, wait, Iron Boy got bitten too, right? Shit.
Metal Man.
Mm-hmm. Raise your
just
hand.
think
You
it's-
got bit by the creature.
It didn't just sink its teeth into the suit.
No, you took the damage.
The suit could have crushed around me.
It could have.
Uh-oh.
You still took the acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the suit's hit points that went down, it was your hit points.
Right.
Took an antacid as well.
I took on this
Man,
20
this-
for my acid reflux.
This Tom's got me. Don't worry.
So I have a weird idea how I might be able to get rid of it, but it's really risky, and I kind of don't want to try it. It's
Let's
like a
just-
last resort.
Let's
thing.
just get back.
Yeah,
let's
let's
get
just
back
get
to
back.
to the thing. We can isolate there.
I agree. I feel like
I'm going to be staying
the
away
best
from
bet.
all of you.
Hey, man. The rest of the asteroids up here are all cleared out. There should be a quick shot out of here. I got bored and blew some up while you were down there.
Oh, question for who did get bit?
Quetzalli did.
Helix and
did.
Eisen.
Eisen did.
Mhm.
Okay, so Dalgar didn't.
Dalgar did not, but Dalgar did get hit by the poison aura.
Yeah. All right. So Talurra says, "All right, I'm going in the other fighter then," and just heads towards to get to the other fighter.
All right.
Yeah.
She is trying to stay away from everybody who
And-
could be possibly infected.
While Helix gets like back into the cockpit seat, she's like, okay, also, just like to her symbiote, like just monitor everything that is like this thing is doing within me, please.
Of course.
And then she actually, because this thing seems to be intelligent, she punches on basically the automated course back to where they need to go. And the last thing she does is revoke her entire access to everything in the ship.
Smart.
Like she
Okay.
basically locks herself out of the entire system in case the virus does something to her that would, I don't know, let her like crash the ship or do some bullshit.
Okay.
She's just like going to her cabin and waiting.
All right. So the trip back is, well, afterwards you were going to make another stop towards the Elven Communications Array and make a jump there. However, after this particular event, you find it better to make a stop back to Dr. Tepesh first to see if this is something that can be fixed.
Oh, I don't know. We could like have this intelligent virus thing that we have within us, just like, you know,
I mean,
do like
Hera-
a little like grand galaxy tour.
Hera,
Nothing
it
could go
wouldn't
wrong
be-
with that.
It wouldn't be the first time we've unleashed a plague onto a world completely accidentally. So, for context, we unleashed a sentient virus in our Retroverse game.
Oh,
Well,
you
well, you know how
travel back.
smart and caring people are. So even if there is a pandemic, everyone will be smart and like be all isolated, right?
Whoa.
Considering this is fictitious, yes.
yes. After the events of the planet, you decide it best to make a brief pit stop by the doctor and make sure you're all going to make it. So you get back to the ring world after a uneventful trip through space, which you are thankful for at this particular moment. On the way there, though, you do find an anomaly that might be worth checking out later. You make note of its coordinates in space, and you can now at least jot down somewhere you found an anomaly that you can check out for yourself.
Man, I hope it has element 0 in it.
And you get back to the... You get back to the medical bay and you park in one of the quarantine bays, because there's several of those. And you park in the quarantine bay and get out. And as you get out, you pass through a large scanner array that scans all of you. And as all of you walk through the scanner array, everyone except your Rocky friend who doesn't have blood, all come up as infected.
Oh. I mean, he also wasn't on the planet.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't, I assume we didn't want like, hey, come over and give us a hug. We might be all infected by an alien virus.
Right, yeah. Well, you think he's made out of rock. Perishable rock, but rock. Nonetheless.
Do the whole your family, mwah, mwah, welcome back.
You don't think he does that. You're not sure he really has a mouth. It looks like one, but you're not really sure if it's actually its mouth.
Yes, all of us are infected, apparently.
As you, oh, sorry. What?
No, just...
Oh. As you walk through the quarantine bay, you are met with Dr. Tepesh, who is wearing a very strange-looking white suit of armor. As she approaches you, including Kalashtar is coming up as infected as well. She holds out her little arm computer and clicks a little snap click of each one of you, and she looks down at the computer.
I literally just got her name reference, Tepesh.
You just got that, really?
Dr. Elena
I feel
Tepesh.
so bad. First, I don't get a Halo reference in chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm over
What
here
is wrong
shooting
with me?
grave mine. What the heck?
Man, you must be off today, Scotty.
I am. I mean, I
You're
rolled
telling
4
us that
attacks.
We're all infected with something.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, you have all been infected with the xenoplague. I was afraid that there might be some of it left out there. I thought that we might have destroyed all of it.
Yeah, who named
There
it
is-
Xenoplague?
There is a way to destroy it.
Dr. Zeno.
Actually, yes. That is why it was called that.
He looks like Dr. Wily.
Eno.
He looks like
No, it's
Dr.
just
Wily.
Z-Eno is his name.
It was actually named after the doctor that discovered it.
He wears a black
Not the
cloak
one
with a
who
huge
created it.
collar, and he's got a big red eye
Why?
scanner.
It was created
Why?
as a bioweapon.
IoT. Super genius.
Okay, who made it this annoying though?
Of course it's a Xeno.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It
but
is
why is it
intelligent.
so annoying?
It is intelligent. Every person it kills, it absorbs part of their intelligence.
I feel like Helix is like, it's intelligent, doesn't mean it's smart.
So it killed a bunch of dumbasses apparently, because that's what it sounds like.
It is killed probably, at this point, about 4 billion creatures.
Which proves my theory that most of the universe is filled with dumbasses. Good to know. Well, at least I have that going for me.
There is a way we can filter it. There is a way we can filter it out of your blood, however. While we can't necessarily cure it, we can filter it out of you. It must be blood transmitted and can be infected to others through breathing, as it were. Normally, I do not go through exceeding cautions to protect myself because I am immune to it, but I do not wish to affect others.
And just by curiosity here, how come you're immune?
I have taken a great level of precaution to prepare myself to be immune or resistant to all manner of bioweapons. I participated in the wars that this plague had caused 50 years ago.
Could we trick this dipshit virus?
Some people have tried to trick it into a limb and then cut it off. but I don't think you want your limbs cut off. So I can just filter your blood through some of the blood filtration machines.
I mean,
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
So we got to get like super dialysis.
Basically.
Okay, I'll go sit in dialysis chair then.
I have some set up after I heard the alarm go off. This bay is equipped with a large number of them. So I guess come in here and relax for a few days and you should be cleared up. I'll make sure any other injuries you may have are treated. Does anyone else have anything they wish to be treated for or
I'm pretty sure I'm missing
lack of ice cream.
Yeah, Helix needs some ice cream. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm missing like half of my shoulder.
You know, now that
Yes,
you
I see
mention
that.
it, my shoulder has been quite sore.
I can take care of that. There are certain compresses and heated stones we can use.
I can cut that off for you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Can't hurt
that
if
would
it's gone.
create a solution to the problem as well, but maybe not a very painless one. Is there anything else anyone else might need while they are here? It'd be probably at least 2 to 3 days.
I mean, if it's 2 to 3 days, like, I don't know, some kind of screen and an OmniFlix account or something like that.
Yeah.
I bet there has been
I
like
might need more armor and weapons.
I have some of those lying around.
Omniflix and Gulu.
Oh, fuck
The
that.
medical bay is equipped with all sorts of different streaming services, including some human ones that most people aren't very fond of.
We got to get 2D. We got to get 2D
Yeah.
so we can watch Two-Headed Shark Attack.
Helix says, like, oh shit, I've been out for so long. My favorite shows, I wonder how many of them have been canceled on the meeting.
all of them. They were canceled while you were still awake. What are you talking?
Do any?
Oh, we're watching Werewolf Island tonight.
Yeah, Werewolf Island.
do any of these services have Mindfeld? It was my favorite comedy.
I do believe that is all stored in the pre-recorded databank.
It just cuts to like an alien with like curly hair, and he's like, "Mike Schmorgorgan, it's a good Dugan." Ha ha ha.
And like the laugh track is just off and doesn't quite sound right.
It's like half a second off where it usually should be.
And still sounds exactly like the old human soundtracks that were the exact same for millennia.
Yeah, based on exactly the same laugh tracks.
It's
But I don't want to be a space pirate.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've told you, Zeri.
So you spent,
Zeri, I told you, you can't be a space pirate. Sorry, continue.
You spend some time relaxing, eating some ice cream or whatever you prefer. That is your relaxation food. There are all sorts of different streaming services, video games, holographic interactions and stuff you can do here as well. It's pretty much set up to just kind of keep you relaxed. There's a hot tub in each of the suites that you can just kind of unwind and relax in. There's all sorts of ways you can relax. If a hot tub is not your thing, there's a nice hot mud bath, all sorts of ways you can relax that you might choose to relax based on whatever species you might be.
If there's not a hot tub, there's a cold tub.
Right, yeah. There's a cold tub if hot's not your thing, yeah.
I play Beat Saber.
Quetzalli, as soon as her shoulder is fixed up, she's in that hot tub. Like,
Everybody probably from over where Talurra is, you just hear the sound of a tattoo needle going.
Helix spends a lot of time eating a lot of different snacks. Like if you might be like, you might actually be worried about her because so far it seems she has not actually taken a proper meal to her. Like it's only been like some kind of snacks, ice cream, very unhealthy diet. And she's also been basically just the entire time just watching like various movies and TV shows that she has been that she missed basically or hasn't been able to keep up on while she was locked away in Redlock's facility.
Mm-hmm.
You can sometimes like hear like exclaim for like plot twists or something like that, or when she like figures out that like a season ends on like a massive cliffhanger, but then it turns out it has been canceled and not been continued. It's like, what the fuck are you telling me? And it just goes on like that.
I mean, unhealthy diet, binging TV. That just sounds like a college undergrad. That's not unusual.
That just sounds like me every weekend.
All right.
The soft serve ice cream, like you don't see the cone part or the hand. You just see like Helix starting to eat it, and it just seems to like keep going for infinity. Like it's this infinitely long one, and then you eventually get to the cone.
You spend 2 to 3 days relaxing and kind of chilling and doing what you need to do to unwind, as you spent a good majority of each day hooked up to a blood filter machine that filters the virus out of your blood. Each blood filter machine is actually connected to a series of patches into your head as well. So if at any point you wish to talk to the virus, you can. Although Dr. Tepish does not recommend it if you really don't want to talk.
Whenever
virus,
there's like an episode
it's rather
over,
chatty.
he checks in with a thing, like literally just to tell it, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit, and then checks out again. Not even giving it a chance to answer anything back. And she does it through her symbiote instead of like through the apparatus.
Right.
Because it gives her more fine control, I guess.
It just makes her feel more powerful.
Right. All right. Does anyone talk to the virus? Okay. What do you ask the virus?
Hey, virus, what's it like in my bloodstream? Is it cold?
Well, I can say it on the things I've been inside. It's definitely some of the coldest. Although it's been a while since I've been in a Yuan-ti.
I really wish you hadn't phrased it like that, but okay.
Phrased it like what, baby?
Why do you have a fun accent?
Anything else you wish to know?
No, that's about it.
Well then, if you don't mind, I'm going to be busy infecting. Talk to you later.
Yeah, sure, okay.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Tefish, is there a way we can like rush this process?
You talked to it, didn't you?
I did.
I warned you.
I wanted to know if my blood was really cold. I don't know.
I mean, technically speaking, it probably is, compared to some other creatures.
Yeah, that's what it said too.
Although I'm sure it said it in a much more disturbing manner.
It did. It made it sound like it was. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
No, I know what it was referencing. Its frequency does that. It is its favorite method of communicating in disturbing references.
I'm just thinking of the germinating machine in Fallout New Vegas. It's like, oh yeah, get me some more seed.
Please assume the position.
Yes.
Speaking of blood temperature, Helix actually has a slightly higher than average blood temperature.
That's a good one. Oh, by the way, those are good drinks.
Like she's like, instead of like the usual, what is it?
I don't know. 102, 100,
30, 36
Fahrenheit,
36 degrees Celsius or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She's hovering around 40.
Meriel, do you do that while everyone is waiting here, or?
Mm.
Okay. Since you're all kind of sitting in an area and you can kind of see each other's vitals and stuff, you notice as it starts, Meriel's blood and body temperature and everything looks kind of like normal, like Dalgar's and Zora's and stuff. It's kind of normal looking. And as it progresses, by the end of the last day, Meriel's body temperature and vitals kind of look more like Quetzalli's and less like the rest of you. She may or may not have different physical appearances as well, but I'll leave that up to Meriel.
More subtle, like the greens in her eyes get brighter and her fangs get a little sharper and suddenly a lot more flexible than she already was.
Are you all right? Like you're not dying right now, right? This is not you dying from the virus.
No,
Like
no, I'm fine.
your temperature dropping and okay, good.
No, this is very much.
Quetzalli's like doing that thing where she's looking at your charts and looking at hers, and then looking at your charts and looking at hers.
Oh, hey, we kind of match now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've always had a little bit of Yuan-ti. I just wanted to emphasize it a little more.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Anyone else wish to? I am quite versed in all manner of splicing and genetic manipulation. I can basically make you however you wish to be.
I'm very happy with the way I am because I can do this. And she just starts like rattling her tail in a very musical way.
That is rather musical.
If it matters to anybody, for the entire 3 days, Zora would be effectively meditating, staring out into the verse, and she's talking, but it doesn't sound like it's the response to what everybody else's experience with the virus is.
Scheming with the virus, got it.
Mysterious.
Dalgar's doing everything but the chatting.
After you've heard some things from Dr. Tepish, you're not sure that this virus has any intent of working with anyone but itself. But it does communicate, and it does answer a lot of questions if you wish to ask it.
Nah, Quetzalli had her fun with the virus. Now she's just like browsing the internet.
Now I'm scared of it.
She's browsing. Yeah, she's browsing the verse for like, oh wow, I actually need like weapons. I didn't expect to get mauled by a weird centipede immediately.
Oh, believe me, that's one of the weirder things. We've met some. You should see some of the shit we've dealt with.
We have some leftover stuff that some of the people who came by here a while ago happened to leave lie around. You're welcome to sort through it if you want.
Talurra,
okay. I'll go look for that.
Talurra kind of looks at Quetzalli. What kind of weapons do you use?
I don't. Mostly I punch and kick things.
All right.
And bite them occasionally.
What kind of armor do you use?
I don't. Mostly I dodge and spin and dance.
And get
all
bit.
right. Then what do you need?
Something that I can punch things harder. And maybe I have an idea, but I gotta find it and I gotta see if it actually makes sense.
In other words, I have to message the verse.
Talurra just kind of like, huh?
I sense a disturbance in the voice.
In the voice?
Yes.
The voice.
It's the voice. The 5 voices?
Because you said voice. Okay, never mind. Dalgar would meditate / drink tea. Possibly both at the
So
same
we're
time.
way past this. We're way past this, but when a Force warrior plays Beat Saber, is that some sort of double entendre?
I have 20 decks, so I'm probably really good at it. He was just, I think it's more of like, he's never played it before, but since it had all this stuff, he was just like, oh, this looks interesting. Just...
Also,
okay, I have to say this then. While you're playing the game, every chance Zora gets, she's going to use kinesis to ever so slightly screw with your saber pattern, just so you don't get a perfect score.
And let the man masturbate in peace. Come on.
also, I realized
Beat Saber.
Oh my god!
Did you just get that? Did you just get that, Scotty?
Scotty, come on, man.
I was ever so slightly trying to move it away from that reference. And,
I went full on into it.
Don't worry, Zora.
Don't
worry, Zora. It's only gay if you make eye contact.
I'm not even the same sex as you. What the fuck?
Man, you can suck it. Never mind.
I think that's a good spot for us to end for the night.
Just suck an active laser sword. That's all I have to say.
End scene.
Also, I want to. Considering this, I'm gonna add one more to this joke. Fun fact: all of Talurra's dex and strength skills are switched with intelligence, so you figure that out.
Excellent.
Did someone invite
Blade of
George
Hand is now a dex
to
and
Kai
base
to this
skill for the
chat?
character.
Yeah. Oh my.
You mean she did a lot of research into the subject?
Pretty much. You read a book once.
Some inquisitory research on the subject.
That's about as much research as you need.
It had a lot of pictures in it,
That's the only kind of books Talurra can read.
but Talurra definitely read it for the
articles.
articles. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, illustrated. Ready.
After that day period of purification and whatnot, the Dr. Tepish points towards a rather large, now kind of like almost looks like it's irradiated, glowing tank that she says, "This is what was extracted from you. In its purest form, this is the Xenoplague. Again, named for the doctor that found it, not because Xeno means alien in the human tongue. That's stupid. But no, it is named after the doctor that found it. He found this bioweapon on a planet in the Martoth system. You'll notice most of the worlds in the Martoth system are uninhabitable, and that's that way on purpose. We used human nuclear weapons to glass over most of the planets. Because that was the only way we could effectively wipe out the virus, is with thermonuclear weapons.
It's the only way to be sure.
50 years ago. It was dangerous. This thing spread rather quickly, and like I said, a very large number of people lost their lives. It has pretty much been effectively eliminated, except for, of course, Martoth 19. I didn't think it was there. Now that I know it is, I will have to make some phone calls to see if we can't glass that planet over as well.
Cuts to a gothic-looking ship captain, and he has a big red button, and he just...
You know, they're all just killing each other down there. I guess I should really... fire!
Helix, upon hearing that the thing is out of her system, she first asks her symbiote, "Can you confirm that, please, for me?"
All clear.
Okay. Good.
The only voice in here is us.
That's fine. That's fine by me. You're cool.
You had your blood cleared, but you didn't have your symbiotes. Dun dun dun!
You get the super ultra plague.
She basically adds, "I will be disposing of this in one of the radioactive biomes we have on this ring world, just to make sure it's dead." So
can't you just shoot it into the sun just to be ultra sure?
I really wish. No, I don't want anyone to pick it up on the way. I'm going to kill it with radiation and then shoot it into a sun. Once I find a sun, because that thing is not the sun. That's an Einstein.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting.
Yes.
It gets launched out in its
So
container.
what do you mean once you find the sun? We literally have star charts. Come on.
I am not a pilot. I am a doctor. Do you want me to heal people and change them from one species to another, or do you want me to pilot something? You don't get both.
Okay. Listen, if you need a pilot to bring this somewhere, I can do it. Okay.
I will give it to you to dispose of once I've irradiated the shit out of it.
Good idea.
We have a radioactive fungus biome. I'm sure I would love to take it to go visit, she says, yelling at the tank. In any case, I will dispose of that later. Your friend, what is her name? Noelle, yes. Did some things while you were gone. She
Calibrated the engines?
Some quest for the St. Vincent with a few of the mercenaries from Mantis Squad. So you have a few more citizens. By a few more, I mean 40,000 goblinoids and orcs.
Jesus.
Refugees from the war zone.
Remember, don't eat their cheese.
So I know
Raised in
that
Texas.
just saying this, I'm not an expert, but shouldn't with 40,000 extra people, I think last time I was here where there were 500 maybe, shouldn't we start thinking about organizing stuff I don't know, government,
infrastructure
I believe
the
that
small
we should...
number of creatures like that could be managed by Overseer for now. We will need to establish some sort of government later, though.
We'll just take the Florida route.
Perhaps we should go with more of a democratic
government
republic. Maybe have a senate.
Beach. Oh, I love
Democratic
democracy.
Republic.
I mean, so
is-
far it's only 40,000 people. I think like some sort of city council for now would suffice. But you know,
The
Just a
Democratic
thought.
Republic is what the Overseer will establish for now. It will do for the moment and keep the peace with the most of the people. We will have to think of something more long-term later on. However, I think that that's a really good point to stop. So we're going to go ahead and stop for now. Next time, you guys can choose to investigate the anomaly or go towards the Elven Communications Array and attempt to get the communications back up in the verse, instead of that strangely demonic static that everyone hears when they try to talk to planets.
Okay.
I would like to talk to my
Okay,
mom. Yes,
so-
please.
I
Mom,
believe
come pick me up. I'm scared.
one of the biggest faiths I believe in is democracy. So how about we vote on it? I vote for the Elven thing. Anyone else?
Communication is important. Yeah.
Communication probably be our best idea, and then we go for the anomaly.
I would like to talk to my mom. Yes.
Yeah, that seems like a
All
higher
right.
concern.
So next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will come back into the space of the verse here, and we will see exactly what was done to the Elven Communications Array and exactly how dangerous is the replacer that's there.
Dum, dum, dum.
So, plugs. Let's start with Talurra.
All right. Well, you can find me on one of my things I'll let Hera say, but the other thing, you can find me on Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. EST on my channel, Fraction Moon D&D, where we'll be playing our usual Saffron Academy, a bubblegum shoe game. It's a blast. Scotty's part of it too, so come see that. We are going to be going through our characters' winter breaks and what they did for that. So, and I get to play the role she was born to be, my character's Jewish mother. So come watch that. It should be fun. That's it for me.
All right. Well, then I think we will transition over to Meriel.
All right. You can follow me at Colliloquie on Twitter, and I sometimes post to Instagram, but not very often. Activity's pretty slow right now. Commissions are currently closed, but I will absolutely make the announcement more public once they are open again. I just don't know when that's going to be yet. Not in any games besides this one, so I think that's it for me.
All right. Quetzalli.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter at Altaziel. I occasionally draw, although it's been pretty quiet there for now. Lots of stuff has been going on, so not a lot. I will have another announcement in sometime in the upcoming weeks once I get some stuff moving. But yeah, that's about it for now. I'm also in Retroverse on Fridays, and a Deadlands game that may or may not be in a podcast form at some point, which is very funny. And I think that's it.
All right. Zora, do you have any plugs?
Not this time, no.
Okay. Eisen?
Nothing on mine.
All right. Helix?
Yeah, you can follow me on @HeraHex on Twitter, and usually every other Sunday I run a mask game over on Fractured Moon D&D at 12:30 p.m. EST. I don't know if we'll be running tomorrow because I managed to fuck up my sleep schedule again, and it's like all over the place, and it's really annoying, and I hate it.
Oh.
In there.
And that's it.
All right.
Fell asleep there.
Obviously, there's our dear friend, baby Yoda over there. The reference to drawing blanks.
Blade Runner.
Thank you. My brain just emptied there for a second. Thank you. Blade Runner was also back there as well. Johnny Walker Black was John Decker's drink of choice in both Blade Runner movies. They made a special bottle for the second one.
Did he have the gun in the book? It's been a long time since I've read Do Androids
No, it did. I know the gun was like super amazing in obviously the movies,
Yeah.
but
I'll have to reread the book again.
Those are the references you caught here. References in game tonight. The Xenoplague, the voice I did for it, was, at least to the best of my ability, a reference to Red Dwarf. It was a reference to the Epidine virus from Red Dwarf specifically. I do believe that's season 8. Yeah, season 8. I think it's season 8 that the Epidine virus is in. Those of you who like Red Dwarf or like British comedies or have BritBox, $5 a month is the cheapest you ever pay for a streaming service. That's actually worth it. And they have all of the seasons of Red Dwarf on there from 1 to 12. And that's definitely amongst them. So if you wanted to catch that reference, that's where it is. And I think there was another reference I made. I was going to make a reference to Starship Troopers as well, but I decided against it. So maybe we'll use that a different time. But those are the references we had tonight.
It's a bug planet.
It's a bug planet. It would have been easy to do.
Would you like to know more?
Execution at 4 p.m. Would you like to know more? Yes, please.
So
I'm doing my part.
Right. Amongst the things that Dr. Tepish has that are lying around is a very strange looking pistol that I'm simply just going to call that gun. So if any of you want it, let me know. I will let you have that gun.
Meriel, get that gun. It's great.
I want that gun.
A direct reference to Blade Runner. It does have special properties, so I will let you know what they are if you're interested.
I can show you what that gun does.
It has been a minute since I've gotten a new weapon.
What do
true.
that gun do?
Would it be considered magical? For future possible crits from Meriel.
Possibly, yes. It could be for crits. Mm-hmm.
Neat.
For the effects of that, anyway. Yeah, we will all catch you here next time. Last but not least, we'll go to Dalgar for the final plugs before we end.
Oh, yes. As you probably already know, we have a lot of games on this channel. On this Twitch channel and YouTube channel. The next one will be next Tuesday, which I think is the 13th, where we run Unwritten, which is a mix between Disney fairy tale stuff and Brothers Grimm. But Callie seems to be going much more the Disney route. But we'll see if it gets darker on Tuesday. I think we're going off to find the queen that erased our entire kingdom.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Sounds Disney.
Yeah, and yeah.
All right. Well, if that's it, then I guess we will catch you next time, Space Cowboys.
See ya.
Bye.
May the verse be with you, or something.
Something dark side.